Advocate.
A person who publicly supports or recommends a particular cause or policy.
Advocate.
A person who pleads on someone else's behalf. A pleader in a court of law, a lawyer.
Advocate.
Publicly recommend or support. In Bible definition, a paraclete or paracletus, one that pleads the cause of another, used by Christ to describe the office and work of the Holy Spirit, and translated comforter, advocate, helper, intercessor.
Advocate.
One who defends or maintains a cause or proposal.
Advocate.
One who supports or promotes the interests of a cause or group.
Advocate.
One who pleads the cause of another.
Advocate.
To support or argue for a cause, policy, etc. To plead in favor of.
Advocate.
To act as an advocate for someone or something else. Advocate. Mid 14C. One whose profession is to plead cases in a court of justice. A technical term from Roman law. From Old French avocat, barrister. Advocate, spokesman. From Latin avocatus, one called to aid another, a pleader on one's behalf. Advocate. Noun use of past participle of avocare, to call, as witness or advisor. Summon, invite, call to aid, invoke, from ad, to see. Vocare, to call, which is related to vox, voice, to speak, wike. Also in Middle English as one who intercedes for another, and protector, champion, patron. Feminine forms advocatus, advocatrice were in use in 15C. Advocatrix is from 17C Old English, gloss Latin advocatus with Benguri. Advocate, plead in favor of 1640s from advocate, or from Latin advocatus. Past participle of avocare. Ad, a word-forming element expressing direction, toward, or in addition to, from Latin ad, to, toward, in space or time with regards to, in relation to, as a prefix, sometimes merely empathetic from the Proto-Indo-European root ad, to near at. Wike, Proto-Indo-European root meaning to speak. It forms all or part of advocate, avocation, calliope, convocation, epic, equivocal, equivocation, evoke, invoke, provoke, revoke, univocal, vocabulary, vocal, vocation, vocative, vociferate, vociferous, voice, vouch, vox, vow. It is the hypothetical source of evidence for its existence provided by Sanskrit, bhakti, speaks, says, vakas, word, avistan, vak, speak, say, Greek, ipon, irost, spoke, said, epos, word, Latin, vocare, to call, vox, voice, sound, utterance, language, word, Old Prussian, Wackus, cry, German, Urananen, to mention.
Advocate.
To publicly support or suggest an idea, development, or way of doing something.
Advocate.
To speak for, support, or represent a person or group of people who may need extra help or protection.
Advocate.
To speak for or defend someone in a court of law. In the Law Dictionary at the Legal Information Institute, an advocate, the term advocate, functions as a noun and a verb. As a noun, an advocate, pronounced advocate, is an individual who actively supports and promotes the interests of another person or enterprise. As a verb, to advocate, pronounced advocate, is the act of promoting the interest of another person or group. For example, an attorney is considered an advocate, and they could advocate on behalf of a single person, a group, or even a corporation. This may involve filing claims, defending against the claims of others, and persuading other parties, for example, government officials, to act favorably towards the relevant person or enterprise. What is your expectation of an advocate? Having someone advocate for you or your cause is a valuable support, but it is equally important to have appropriate expectations and recognize the limitations of an advocate. While advocates can be powerful allies, they are not a substitute for our own ability to fight for ourselves. Advocates can amplify our voices, provide guidance, and lend their expertise to navigate complex systems. They can offer a fresh perspective and connect us with resources and opportunities. However, it is crucial to remember that advocacy is a collaborative effort and that we must actively participate in our own fight. By understanding the limitations of an advocate, we can then empower ourselves to take charge of our own journey. We should strive to educate ourselves, develop our skills, and build our confidence to advocate for what we believe in. We have the power to be our own advocates, influence through our voices or speaking up about our issues, and make a lasting impact. Yes, it is okay to embrace the support of advocates when necessary. Nobody wants to battle alone, but let us also recognize our own agency and ability to fight for ourselves. We're the most credible sources of information about ourselves, are a powerful and transformative force to be reckoned with, and when met with wrongs, we should always advocate and pursue right rulings. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. Spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. If one gives an answer before he hears, it is his folly and shame. He who answers a matter before he hears it, this is folly and disgrace to him. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. He who answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. One who gives an answer before he hears, it is foolishness and shame to him. He who gives an answer before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. He who gives an answer before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. He who responds with a word before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. He who answers before he hears the facts, it is folly and shame to him. The one who gives an answer before he listens, this is foolishness and disgrace for him. The one who gives an answer before he listens, this is foolishness and disgrace for him. He that giveth answer before he heareth, it is folly and shame unto him. He that gives an answer before he hears a fool and is brought to shame. Whoso answers a word before he hears a cause, it is folly and reproach to him. It's stupid and embarrassing to give an answer before you listen. He that answereth before he heareth showeth himself to be a fool and worthy of confusion. He that giveth answer before he heareth, it is folly and shame unto him. Whoever gives an answer before he listens is stupid and shameful. Listen before you answer. If you don't, you are being stupid and insulting. Whoever answers before listening is both foolish and shameful. He that giveth answer before he heareth, it is folly and confusion unto him. Whoever is answering a matter before he hears, it is folly to him and shame. He who answers a matter before he hears it, this is folly and disgrace to him. Whoever answers before listening, theirs is folly and shame. The one who gives an answer before he listens, that is his folly and his shame. If one gives answer before hearing, it is a folly and shame. He who gives answer before he hears, that is folly and shame to him. He that answereth a matter before he heareth, it is folly and shame to him. He who answers before he hears, that is folly and shame to him. Whoso is answering a matter before he heareth, folly it is to him and shame.